Hello viewers, this video covers the concept of Thevenin theorem and applying the Thevenin theorem on an electrical circuit which may consist of independent sources, dependent sources. So please watch this video. First, let us know the importance of Thevenin theorem. In many practical applications, it has been found that a particular element in a circuit is variable while other elements are fixed. So to find out the current in any branch, we need to do the calculation every time whenever the variable element is changing. Consider the following circuit. And this one, initially R is your 15 ohm. So we have done the calculation to find out the current in every branch. Now this 15 ohm is going to be changes into 10 ohm. So in such case, I need to do the calculation from the beginning. So basically, Thevenin theorem provides a technique by which we can replace the fixed part of the circuit by an equivalent circuit. Let us know the Thevenin theorem. The electrical circuit is replaced by the two block diagram. Look at over here. This is representing, this linear two-terminal circuit is representing the element which is having the fixed value. While the branch where the value is going to be changes is represented by a load. So this linear two-terminal circuit as per Thevenin theorem is replaced by a voltage source in series with the resistance. Voltage source is represented by VTH and resistance is represented by RTH. This is your Thevenin voltage and Thevenin resistance. Now to find out the current, this current, let's say this is having the value RL. In such case, current will be given by this one. Since VTH and RTH are fixed, so whatever, let's say the value of RL is going to be changes. So just by putting the value, change the value, we can determine the value of current. So we can say that the two-terminal electrical network can be replaced by an equivalent circuit consisting of a voltage source in series with the resistance, where VTH is known as open circuit voltage at the two terminal and RTH is the input resistance at the terminal when independent sources are turned off or they are replaced by their internal resistances. Let us know how to calculate the Thevenin resistance. Normally in an electrical circuit, we are having the dependent sources and the independent sources. So I am considering first case where the circuit is consisting only independent sources. So after removing the load, I'll get the two terminal and all the independent sources are set to be equal to 0. How we are going to set to be that one set to be equal to 0? Independent sources are replaced by their internal resistance. So the voltage source will be your short circuited and current source will be your open circuited. Now we look at the two terminal and we find out the internal resistance of this network, and that will be your equivalent to the Thevenin resistance. Now let us consider the case where the dependent and independent both sources are present in the electrical circuit. So to find out the Thevenin resistance, in such case the dependent sources cannot be turned off because they are controlled by their circuit variable. So what we should do in such case? In such case, we replace the independent sources by their internal resistance and we are going to connect a voltage source at the two terminal of known value V0 and we determine the value of I0. So the ratio of V0 over I0 will be equal to RTH. But in some circuit, if we apply the voltage source, so determining the I0 will not be going to be easy. So in such case, what we do, we are going to apply the current source of I0 and we determine the voltage across this one. So again, the ratio V0 over I0 will be your Thevenin resistance. Now let us know how to calculate the Thevenin voltage or open circuit voltage. We remove the load from the network, calculate the open circuit voltage between these two terminals. So that will be equivalent to the Thevenin voltage. Now let us understand with the example. Consider this electrical circuit. In this one, we need to calculate the value of I using Thevenin theorem. So the branch in which we need to calculate the I will be treated as a load. So this will be your load. This is your load. Now, first of all, we need to calculate the RTH, Thevenin equivalent resistance. To calculate the Thevenin equivalent resistance, all the independent sources are replaced by their internal resistance. That is, voltage source will be short circuited and current source will be your open circuited. So this is your current source. I am going to open this one. So if I calculate the RIN will be your, this will be your 12 parallel with 6 plus 6, 12 parallel with 4. So that will be your equal to so we have calculated the Thevenin resistance. So load is removed over here and we are going to assume the voltage across this one is your VTH plus minus VTH. So this VTH voltage will be your equal to the voltage across this 4 ohm. Now to find out the voltage across this one, I need to find out the current in this one. So for this one, I'm going to apply the nodal. Let us assume this one as a voltage V1 and lower is your reference voltage. So I'm writing the KCL. V1. Outgoing current in 6 ohm is V1 minus 12 by 6 and the 2 ampere is incoming, so that's why I'm writing minus 2 and plus of V1, and this branch basically I am looking the two resistances, so 6 plus 4 plus 6, that will be your 10. So V1 minus 0 by 10 will be going to be 0. If I solve this one, I'll get V1 is equal to, after solving, I'll get V1 is equal to 15 volt. So the current in this branch will be current in 4 ohm will be 15 divided by 10. So that will be your 1.5 ampere. And now if I'm going to find out the voltage across 4 ohm, which will be your equal to 4 into 1.5. So that will be 6 volt. This will be VTH and RTH. And now I'm going to connect 1 ohm resistance. In this one I need to calculate the current. So I'll get current in 1 ohm will be VTH over RTH plus R. That is, so we have calculated the value of current is equal to 1.5 ampere. Now let us consider another example. In this circuit, we need to calculate the Thevenin equivalent across AB, and circuit is consisting of independent sources and dependent sources. So in such case, to calculate the RTH, I need to replace this voltage source by a short circuit, and I can apply a voltage source or a current source over here. I am redrawing this circuit. Here I have drawn the circuit, and the circuit independent source is replaced by short circuit. So this will be the complete circuit. Now I am going to apply a current source. Let's say that current value I am assuming, for the sake of simplicity, I is equal to 1 ampere. So I need to find out the voltage across the two terminals. That voltage V0, if I'm knowing, in such case I can find out the value of RTS. That will be V0 over I, and I is equal to 1, so that will be equal to V0. Now I'm going to solve this circuit. Assume that this is a node 1, this is your node 2, and this one is your ground. So I'm applying the node analysis, V1, V2. Now I'm going to write down the KCL at V1 node. This 1 ampere current is going inside, so I'll write this one as a minus sign. And current in 4 ohm will be your V1 by 4. Current in this 3 ohm will be your, this Ix current is coming inside, so I'm writing this one as a Ix is equal to 0. One equation. Now I'm writing KCL at V2. Current in 5 ohm will be your V2 by 5, and current in 3 ohm will be your Ix, just this, because this current is going outgoing, and this current is coming inside, so I'll write this one as a minus 1.5 Ix is equal to 0. Now I have got the two equations, but the variable are 3. So in such case, I need to find out another relation. So that relation can be obtained from here. So look at over here, the Ix is flowing from V2 to V1. So I can write it down. Ix will be V2 minus V1 by 3. So this is the third equation. So if I solve the equation number 1, 2 and 3, then I can get the value of V1. This V1 value will be your nothing but your equal to the voltage V0. So after solving this one, I'll get V0 is equal to 0.444. So RTH I can find out. But just by dividing 1, I'll get 0.444. Now let us consider the circuit to calculate the VTH. So to calculate the VTH, I am going to assume the voltage across this one plus minus VTH. And this VTH will be your equivalent to the voltage across this 4 ohm. So I'm picking this one as a node, and again I'm going to write down the KCL for the node V1. I'm assuming that this one is your at voltage V1. So I'm going to write down the KCL at V1 node. Current in 5 ohm will be equal to V1 minus 6 by 5. This current is coming 1.5 Ix is coming inside, so I'll write this one as a minus 1.5 Ix. This current is going outside, so I'll write this one as a plus of Ix is equal to 0. This is equation 1. Now look at over here, this branch. This is coming over here. So the voltage across this one will be your total V1. So voltage V1 will also can be written as V1 will be your Ix multiplied by 3 plus 4, that will be your 7 into Ix. This will be going to be your second equation. After solving these two, I can determine the value of Ix, which will be coming 4 by 3. So in such case, the VTH, since Ix is flowing in this one, Ix is coming in this side. So VTH will be equal to Ix into 4. That will be your 4 by 3 into 4. That will be your 16 by 3. Which is your equal to 5.33. volt. So we have seen in this video that how we can calculate the Thevenin equivalent across the two terminal if the circuit is consisting dependent or independent and dependent sources in the combinations. Thank you for watching the video.